and we welcome you inside the Union broadcast booth for the first game of the AA State Tournament here in Jackson, Wyoming. I'm Aaron Poling, joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Jake Nichols, as we are getting set for the Big Country Property pregame show. We make it happen, brought to you by Bobby Dolezal. When we come back, we'll have your El Paso All-American Mexican Grill scene set for today's matchup. Listen to a First Bank Wyoming presentation of AA State Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. More from the Union broadcast booth after this.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dolezal, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Get back to feeling your best with Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy. If you find yourself struggling with pain or limited mobility in your everyday life, your recovery starts here. With a personalized treatment plan just for you, our experienced physical therapists will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. Call us today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Fresh and flavorful ingredients are what makes the best restaurants great. At El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant, each entree is prepared with only the freshest and tastiest ingredients. The menu includes everything from tacos to steak, fresh fruit waffles to omelets, and mouth-watering burgers to sandwiches. Come in and enjoy a meal today at the new El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant inside the log cabin on Bear River Drive.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of AA State Baseball here in Jackson, Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. It is time for your El Paso All-American Mexican Grill scene set for today's game. And for that, we bring in my colleague for the day, Jake Nichols.
Well, for me, pitching is so crucial in a week-long tournament. Who do you pitch in Game 1? How bad do you want Game 1? Do you save your ace for later down the line? You're going to need to save arms all week. It's crucial. What will both teams go with as far as pitching? Their best guy, their number 2 guy? I don't know. And
if you look at it for Laramie, you can kind of tell what this game means to Laramie because they got Brendan Chavez going to Game 1.
Oh, well, they're taking it seriously then.
The pitching matchup will be Trig Barons for Casper, Brendan Chavez for Laramie. We're going to get some more keys to tonight's matchup, but it's a beautiful, beautiful day. As when we come back, we'll have our Coaches Show brought to you by Jake Major and the Bullock Agency on the Big Country Properties pregame show. Listen to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of AA State Baseball here from Jackson, Wyoming on mylocalradio.com.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Napa know-how isn't just for guys like this. Power tools. Every driver deserves quality parts. Practical and cool. So you can do it yourself with Napa Auto Parts or get it done for you at a Napa Auto Care Center. Which means Napa know-how is for you, karaoke car lady. And never popped a hood guy?
I can pop a hood.
You too, Mr. Park a mile away. Oh, yeah. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa Know-How.
Napa Know-How. Covalos, your one-stop farm and auto shop. Helping young people grow into productive adults is like putting a puzzle together. Each aspect of life is equal to one puzzle piece. Restful sleep, a healthy breakfast, a positive experience at home before school sets the tone for the whole day. Positive student interaction with teachers, district staff, coaches, and peers all add to the puzzle. At Uinta County School District Number 6, we work hard to make each puzzle piece meaningful and powerful for every student. By working together, we can help every student grow into a masterpiece. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
Hey there, I'm Jake Major, your local Medicare and insurance benefits advisor for the Bullock Agency of Wyoming. With over 25 years of experience protecting families in rural America, we understand the importance of having affordable insurance coverage. Whether you're searching for extra coverage or looking to understand and switch your Medicare options, I can help you find a range of top-rated insurance companies and tailor-made packages based on your needs. Call me, Jake Major, today at 307-209-4685 and let's discuss your insurance options. We're the Bullock Agency of Wyoming when benefits matter.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth, in the middle of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of AA State Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. Be the Laramie Rangers taking on the Casper Oilers, as it is time for the Jake Major pregame show brought to you by the Bullock Agency. Unable to get interviews with both coaches, as, you know, it's the nature of tournament play. They're preparing for the biggest game of the year, and you don't really want to disrupt that because you feel bad just getting in the way. But, Jake, if you're Laramie, what are you telling your kids?
You're lucky if you can get lineups from these guys. They're so locked in and focused.
As they should be.
Yeah, as they should be. Well, you know, if you're Laramie, the few times I've seen them this season, they're so well coached and they're so good at the fundamentals. They make the plays that are there to make, and so many times in American Legion Baseball, it's that simple. Make the outs that come to you. Don't make it tougher on yourself. These guys make very few errors, Laramie. They're just so good defensively. And Chavez, wait till you see this kid. Just a crafty pitcher. Pitches to contact and lets his fielders do their thing.
Yeah, we have an awesome view right behind home plate to watch Chavez. That's what I'm most excited for, is this view all week, seeing some of these pitchers.
Yeah.
You're really going to get to see some of the stuff. What about for Casper?
Casper, I haven't seen a bunch of them. I don't know. This will be a close game. Casper's beat some big teams this season. I mean, so you never know with the Oilers. It may not be their year, the typical Oiler year. It might be a down year for them. But they're every bit in it, every bit of a puncher's chance. It should be pretty close.
If you're wondering about head-to-head matchups, these two teams split both their doubleheaders this season, as this is going to be a close one. It's going to be an exciting one. When we come back, we'll have your keys to tonight's matchup. This morning's matchup. You listen to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of AA State Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. More from Jackson after this.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats in Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
It's a great time to check out the digital banking options at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union and skip the trip. Members who enroll in digital banking can make deposits remotely, check bank balances, transfer money between accounts, make loan payments, and use automatic bill pay options. You can even connect Quicken or QuickBooks to your Trona Valley digital banking accounts. Learn how digital banking with Trona Valley Federal Credit Union can make your life simpler. Stop in today. Member NCUA. quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication, including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of AA State Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. It is time for your Ellingford Brothers keys to tonight's matchup. And Jake, you talked about it earlier, pitching. You got to have plenty of arms in a 5-day tournament because you never know. But if you're Chavez on the mound for Laramie or Barron's on the mound for Casper, if you can get through this game by yourself, that is huge going forward.
Very huge. Save that bullpen. And you got to win. I mean, when you throw your ace, you can't burn down your ace and not win a game. You've got to win. If you're both teams, it's desperate already on day one in the morning.
One more commercial break, and then we will have the start of the game. You're listening to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of AA State Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. More from the Union Broadcast Booth after this.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When you get to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. Best Western Dunmar Inn, Evanston.
I'm Officer Kevin Malatesta, Public Information Officer for the Cheyenne Police Department. Cheyenne Police Department for the May mobilization is really looking for people who aren't seatbelted in their cars. It's a secondary violation in Wyoming, but as we make traffic stops for speeding, cell phones, whatever it may be, we're going to be looking to make sure that people have their seatbelts on. As we've gone over, seatbelts do save lives, and way too many people in Wyoming aren't wearing them. We want to make sure that people get home, get home safely, get to see their families again. So if they're involved in a car accident and that seatbelt is on, there's a much higher likelihood of that person making it through that accident, making it through without injuries even. When we have crashes without seatbelts, the consequences are much more severe.
The strategic plan for Una County School District Number 4 states, through collaboration with the entire learning community, our mission is to instill problem-solving skills in our students that will translate to a rapidly changing global environment. We work to accomplish this by constantly improving student achievement, improving student academic and behavioral skills with a district that operates efficiently and effectively. Uinta County School District Number 4, excellence in teaching, opportunity through learning.
Early mornings, tired muscles, pride, and grit. At Varsity Inc., we know how much work goes into building competitive teams. We work hard providing the gear you need to celebrate the teams you love. Be your athlete's biggest fan in apparel from Varsity Inc. Come in today, 926 Main Street, Evanston.
Welcome back inside the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of AA State Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. As Varsity Inc., they usually present they are the presenting sponsor of our rosters. We don't have those right now, so we're going to skip the team intros, and we are going to head to the live cam as we are about set to go as the Casper Oilers will be the home team in this matchup. And with that, we are going to meet the starting lineups. First, let's meet the lineup for the Laramie Rangers as Ben Malone will play short, leading off. Diego Herrera playing left field, batting second. Brandon Chavez will do the pitching, batting third. Tayton Moore cleans up, does the catching. Griffin Webb at third base, batting fifth. Mason Branch out in center field will bat sixth. Aiden Buchanan plays right, will bat seventh. Sam Hoyt plays second base, batting eighth. And Jace Monez rounds out the lineup playing first. Let's meet the defensive alignment for the Casper Oilers. You got Trig Barons on the mound. Lachlan behind the plate. From left to right on the infield, Smith, Pexton, Wilcox, and Hauk. In the outfield, Gifford, Whitley, and Nichols from left to right. And speaking of Nichols, we're going to bring Jake Nichols back in as Jake. We're about ready to go, and, man, this is exciting. As you can see the stuff right there from Barons.
Yeah, nice segue, Aaron. Nichols to Nichols. Yeah, this kid Malone leading off. Keep an eye on him. He is one of the best shortstops in the state for my money. I got a chance to talk to his mom, who said he was a catcher last year because there was a log jam at short. But, boy, is he a natural shortstop and a classic leadoff guy. He makes this team go. His at-bat every time starts innings. Just watch Malone leading off.
Not only is he leading off, he is leading off the state tournament. I mean, if there's ever a pressure at bat for Ben Malone, it's this one because this kind of sets the tone for the entire tournament, especially for your team.
Yep, and then, and leadoff hitters have that extra job of letting their teammates see pitches. So you might love to be first pitch swinging here, but you want to see what this kid's got on the mound. You want your teammates to be able to time him up a little bit. So it's on you to maybe take a few, and it'd be interesting already. First at bat, first day, right in the morning. Here's a big one-on-one at bat.
Lachlan fires down the last warm-up pitch. Ben Malone struts towards home plate as we are nearly set to go. Couple last daps on the mound for this Oilers team as they are ready to go. They are wearing their black uniforms, white bottoms. The Laramie Rangers will be in their baby blue tops, gray bottoms as we are nearly set for baseball here at Giants Field. And, man, what a beautiful facility this is, Jake. This is my first time being here, and I fell in love with it right away.
It's a big ballpark. You've got to have some power if you're going to put one out. Wind usually blowing in is just dead right now, so that's good news for the hitters.
As Baring looks in, gets the sign. He agrees, and we are ready to go. First pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. As Malone taps the bat off his foot, taps both sides of the plate, back in the right-hander batter's box. Wiggles that bat above his right shoulder into the motion. The 0-1 pitch swung on and popped up. Shallow right field. The second baseman, Wilcox, goes out about 3 steps into the outfield to make the play for out number 1. As if you're on the mound for Barings, that's got to be real nerve settling there.
Yeah, that feels good to get that first out. Always interesting to see the first fly ball as well. You're not familiar with this sky, the sun. Where is the sun? Easy job there by the second baseman, 1 out.
That's something we noticed at the district tournament in Lovell. That sky was huge. I think teams are having trouble adjusting. First pitch swinging for Diego Herrera as he chases one up and in, 0-1.
Herrera, you're never going to be able to do anything with that pitch. Good spot for the fastball, up and in the kitchen.
Barons into the windup. The 0-1 pitch just off the plate away, 1-1. As Barron's going to work very, very quickly. Gets the ball, wasting very little time. Back on the mound. Kicks, delivers the 1-1. On the outside corner, 1-2.
Yeah, I've seen this umpire work here in Jackson. Big outside corner for against righties.
Barron's kicks 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled down the right field line. That's going to curl out of play.
Good job by Herrera to stay alive, spoil that one. Wasn't anything he could do with, but just got a piece.
Barron's back to the mound, working from that first base side of the rubber. Takes one step away with his left foot. Kicks, delivers the 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him with a fastball above the zone. First punch out of the game for Barron's is out number 2.
Barron's been up in the zone to both hitters now. A lot of power. Now, later in the innings, we'll see if that fastball lags a little. But so far, just basically going with a power fastball up.
This brings up the pitcher, Brandon Chavez, pitcher-on-pitcher action here in the first inning as Chavez will bat from the left side. He's known statewide for his pitching, but his bat's pretty good too, Jake.
His bat's real good, and he has power the other way. And in left, Gifford's playing him kind of shallow for my liking.
First pitch breaking ball on the outside corner, 0-1. As Chavez, he's going to step out. Take a little bit of time as Barons has been able to really mow through the order so far.
Yeah, as a pitcher, Chavez knows, break that timing up. Don't let him get in a groove.
The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled off of Chavez back to the mound. It will be a foul ball as it hits Chavez in the box, 0-2. If you're Casper, I don't think you could draw it up much better than this here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, good start for the Oilers. A little bit of nerves. I mean, Herrera's not throwing anything, Barron's not throwing anything unusual. He's just going all fastball, just working so quickly. I think it's nerves on the hitter's part that just can't get settled in yet.
Chavez is going to step back into the box. He's kicking that front ankle a little bit.
Fouled it off that front ankle. He's a lefty pitcher as well, so that'll be his landing foot.
The 0-2 on the outside corner for a called strike as the Laramie Rangers go down 1-2-3 here in the top of the first inning. Listen to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of AA State Baseball online at mylocalradio.com. More from the Union broadcast booth after this.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
At Wi-Hi, we're with you is more than just 3 simple words. It encompasses the principles we live by to serve our members and local communities. So if you're looking to keep your banking relationships local with a partner who will always be there for you, look to us. We're Wi-Hi. We're Wyoming. We're with you. Visit wyhi.org to learn how you can be a part of something bigger today.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth. As you can see, my broadcast partner, Jake Nichols, is standing outside of the booth. As a little better view there, as we are going to go over the starting lineups for the Casper Oilers. It's going to be Eric Whitley leading off, playing center field. Brett Gifford playing left, batting second. Caden Wilcox at second, batting third. Saxon Smith at third, cleaning up. Batting fifth, Hunter Hawk. He'll play first. The DH is Sawyer Nielsen. He'll bat sixth. Kobe Pexton batting seventh, playing short. Bryce Lachlan, he'll do the catching, batting eighth. And Jack Nichols batting ninth, playing right field. Let's meet that defensive alignment as you got Chavez on the mound, Moore behind the plate, Webb, Malone, Hoyt, Monez from left to right on the infield. In the outfield, Herrera, Branch, and Buchanan from left to right. As the tall lefty, Brandon Chavez, steps on the mound. He's about to make his first pitch. And, Jake, what have you seen from Chavez?
He's so crafty. I can't say enough about this kid. He's not one out pitch that he has.
As first pitch swinging down the right field line, foul is Eric Whitley.
He's just he's a pitcher's pitcher. He moves it in, out, up, down. He'll change your eye level. He changes speeds. He pitches to contact, lets his fielders do the work. He's just a masterful to watch.
Chavez back to the bump. He's going to work from the third base side of the rubber. Takes a step with that right foot into the windup, kicks, deals the 0-1. Looks like a breaking ball that misses low, 1-1.
Yeah, doesn't have a feel for it yet. Always, those first few you try to snap off, you sometimes don't know where they're going to go until you get a feel for the spin.
As Chavez holds at the waist, brings the glove to his nose, kicks, delivers the 1-1. Is just low, 2-1.
And despite being behind in the count, I will say Chavez is always around the plate as well. One key to his success, he doesn't give you a lot of free passes, usually around the plate.
And a couple times I've seen Chavez, it seems like he likes to pitch backwards a little bit. throw breaking balls on a fastball count. See what he does here. 2-1 to Eric Whitley as swinging a ground ball to the third baseman Webb. Field spins, fires across, and it's not in time as it skips away from the first baseman as Whitley will be the first base runner of the game. Good hustle behind the plate by Moore. That keeps Whitley at first base. And mark that an E5.
Yeah, uncharacteristic error early. I don't know that Webb needed to do the spinorama, and I don't know if that's what threw off the throw, but it really gave no chance for Moniz at first. I mean, it wasn't even a short hop. It was kind of just right in between. No way to pick it if you're the first baseman.
Chavez deals with a runner on first for the first time in the game. That brings up Brett Gifford, the left fielder. First pitch swinging off the glove of the third baseman, Webb, into left field. That's going to get by. 2 runners on as the first 2 reach for the Drillers.
Yeah, nothing hit hard, but you got a feeling now momentum. The left side of this infield is much better than we've just saw in these first 2 hitters, and that's a bad, tough start. We'll see if anybody's on the move here. Great chance to move some people. I don't know if Casper bunts a lot, but this is a classic bunting opportunity.
That'll bring up Caden Wilcox batting third, playing second. Chavez kicks, deals. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. The Oilers are threatening early as Wilcox steps back into that right-handed batter's box. No batting gloves, a little bit of a throwback. Wiggles that bat over his right shoulder. Chavez checks the runner at second. Kicks, delivers the 0-1. There's a fastball on the outside corner, 1-1.
Generous strike zone there. It's tough when you got to work from the stretch. These are, pressure pitches. We talk about pitch count, but these pitches are almost count as double because they're under pressure. You're in the stretch, and you got to watch runners. Stressful pitches.
Chavez comes set, the 1-1. Breaking ball catches the outside corner, 1-2.
Boy, that looked a little up, and I think Wilcox thought it was up as well.
But you have to adjust to the ump strike zone.
Yep.
Still human umpires. All strike zones are different, and you can only do with what you have behind the plate as Chavez comes set. Really checking that runner at second, the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away as Wilcox does a good job there fouling that pitch off. It was close enough to draw a swing, and he gets rid of it. He's going to step back into the batter's box.
Well, he's really up on the plate, Wilcox.
As Chavez looks in. Gets a sign. Was going to runners on first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the first inning. Chavez comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him with a fastball on the outside corner. That's out number 1 and a big out for Chavez.
Big out. That pitch off the plate. Wilcox caught chasing that fastball. That's tough when you make an out and you do not move those runners.
That'll bring up Saxton Smith. He's playing third base. As runners on first and second, 1 down. Chavez looking to dance out of a jam. Smith is looking to drive in the first run of the AA tournament, which is brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. As I was misspoken earlier. First pitch curveball is a nasty one.
Oh, boy.
0-1.
That was the hammer. I'm surprised Malone, the shortstop, is holding the runner on at second. Whitley, both he and Hoyt, the second baseman, are kind of holding the runner, but that leaves a big hole between short and third.
Chavez peers in, gets the sign. A little bit of a closed stance when he comes set, holds it to waist. Kicks, delivers the 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. As that fastball at the top of the zone and that curveball low in the zone, Jake, is always a great sequence.
Yeah, this is showing some guts, some resolve from Chavez, the veteran, to get out of an early trouble. Not the way you wanted to start, but we'll see how he finishes the inning.
Chavez comes set, the 0-2 pitch. Just a bit high, 1-2. As that's a tremendous spot, 0-2. Chavez working from the third base side of the rubber. Runner on first and second. Both runners on base due to an error. Chavez comes set as he's going to look the runner back at second.
He's doing a good job keeping Whitley somewhat close. You could score from second, obviously, on anything out of the infield.
Chavez comes set, checks that runner again. The 1-2 pitch. In the dirt, and the home plate umpire is going to call Smith out on the swing, as that was another nasty breaking ball.
Yeah, he went around. Tough pitch.
Second strikeout of the inning for Chavez, as he's now down to the final out of the inning, as Hunter Hawk will step to the plate with runners on first and second, nobody out. As a huge opportunity here for Chavez to dance out of a little jam here in the first.
Yeah, boy, to wiggle out of this would be something.
Not out of the woods yet. As Chavez still has to deal with Hook. Wiggles that bat above his right shoulder. First pitch is that breaking ball swung on and missed. 0-1.
Took something off. You mentioned it, Aaron. He does pitch backwards occasionally. Not afraid to go with an off-speed pitch, first pitch.
Chavez looks in. Gets the sign. He's content with what the catcher called. Comes set. Checks that runner at second. The 0-1 pitch is outside. You can really hear the pop from our crowd, Mike.
Yeah, I think he tried to overthrow that a little bit.
Missed that one up and away. What I've noticed about Chavez is when he moved from the stretch with runners on bases, he has slowed the game down completely. As in the windup, he is very quick, deliberate. He has been much slower in the stretch as he comes set. Kicks, deals the 1-1. It's that breaking ball, 1-2, as that catches the inside corner.
He's got a good feel for that, not afraid to throw it against right-handers. And when you're a lefty, you're going to see primarily right-handers. So if you've got a good curve, even though the book says you don't throw curves to the opposite side hitter, you got to throw them, and he's got a good one.
Chavez comes set. Checks that runner. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball into deep center field, sending the center fielder Branch back as he makes the running play as Chavez dances out of a jam here in the first inning. You're listening to a Buckle Up for Life. You're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. I'm Aaron Poling. That's Jake Nichols. More from the Union broadcast booth after this.
Different meals this week, so check them out. The t-shirts are in the concession stand.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe.
I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family.
I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pups, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District No. 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District No. 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Do something good for yourself. Give your home a new look. At Kazine's Furniture in Evanston, their friendly staff will help you make your home a peaceful and beautiful place to be. Comfortable furniture, appliances, artwork, lighting, and accessories work together to create an enjoyable and inviting atmosphere in your home. Make your living and sleeping space a wonderful place to be. With brands like Serta, Ashley, GE, and more, visit Kazine's Furniture at 941 Front Street in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth. It's time for the Kazine's Ace Fan Cam. The legacy continues as first pitch strike to Tayton Moore, as we want to thank all the fans that are tuned in and are here supporting American Legion Baseball as Tayton Moore steps in, looks at a first pitch strike, 0-1. Next pitch swinging as it is popped up on the right side of the infield, just like the start of the first inning. Tayton Moore pops out to the second baseman Wilcox to start the second. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the second inning.
Barron's just really going with that fastball up in the zone. He's got sort of a 3/4 arm delivery, almost sidearm-ish.
This brings up Griffin Webb, the third baseman. Barron's first pitch is inside. 1-0. Does that look like that was fading in towards the right-handed hitter? As a little bit of gamesmanship here from Griffin Webb as he steps into the box and calls time right away, trying to disrupt that rhythm.
Yeah, Barron's gets it and goes, doesn't he? He doesn't waste much time.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Is just above the zone. Excuse me, that was the 1-0, 2-0. I mean, you wouldn't need a pitch clock for Barron's. He's not going. He's not taking 15 seconds in between pitches. As here comes the 2-0, is dotted on the outside black, 2-1. As that was a beautiful 2-0 pitch.
Yeah, he just aimed that, just trying to groove it in there.
Gets the ball back onto the mound. Kicks, delivers the 2-1. Is fouled straight back, 2-2. As first foul ball that came in our general direction, Jake. Neither of us flinched.
We're all right.
Not gonna bookmark that for the rest of the week. If one comes lower, I might be running out of this broadcast booth. Barron's gets the sign. He holds his glove at his chest. Takes one step back with the left foot into the windup, the 2-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle, off the glove of Barron's. As the shortstop Paxton picks it up, fires it across. That is an incredible play as Paxton was able to stay with it for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, good job by Paxton. He had to change direction after it went off of Barron's glove, and then he himself bobbled it a little bit, but plenty of time to get Webb.
Make that the second out of the inning. My apologies.
Sugar, the walk-up song for
Mason Branch.
Yeah.
The center fielder made that nice running grab to end the bottom of the first inning. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
Branch kind of froze on it. I don't think he thought it was hit as deep as it was, but he's got good wheels. He got back and got it.
Kicks, delivers the 0-1. Swung on and popped up into shallow center field. The center fielder Whitley moves in 3 steps to his left, makes the play for out number 3. 6 up, 6 down to start the game for the Casper Drillers out in the field. As you're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament on brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More from the Union Broadcast booth after this.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast booth. Is the viewers at home get a little bit of a shot of where Jake Nichols is right now as he's standing outside of our little booth area right behind the plate. The man on the field.
Wait a minute, you got me on camera again?
Yeah, just a little bit. That's all right. We got your good side, though.
I don't know what Barron's is throwing, but he's got these Laramie hitters just off stride, guys out on their front foot, barely. Maybe he's throwing harder than I think, but he's got Laramie all kinds of uncomfortable at the plate.
As that brings Chavez back to the mound for a second inning of work, and that brings up for the Casper Drillers the DH Sawyer Nielsen as he'll bat from the right side. As Chavez was able to pitch around a couple of errors from his infield that last inning as he looks to get back to work. Working from the windup. He's going to take a step away with that right foot. Bring it up about thigh high. Kick and deliver. As into the motion, first pitch at the bottom of the second inning is swung on and fouled down the third base line softly towards the Laramie dugout as it gets to the fence, 0-1.
Uncharacteristic miscues on the left side of this infield last inning. Right after I bragged about how good short and third were Webb and Malone, I might have jinxed him.
Chavez peers in, gets the sign. Into the windup. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive towards the shortstop. Malone, as he ranges back to make the play for out number 1. And Jake, do you attribute some of that to like first game nerves of the state tournament as there's one out in the inning?
Possibly. Nielsen didn't get all of that, and it kind of died on him. But Malone plays very deep at short, trusting his arm. He's got a cannon, so he was there for that play. That was in short left field.
This brings up Kobe Pexton as Chavez, the lefty, deals a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. From the windup, Chavez works at a very, very rapid pace. Same with Behrens. These two pitchers continue to command. This game's going to be a very, very quick one.
Yeah.
Chavez in the windup, the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball just above the zone, 1-1.
Yeah, didn't quite have the snap to that one. But, yeah, when Chavez is right and cruising, you got to get to him early because when he's in his groove, he's tough.
Chavez into the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Is that breaking ball again? This time catches the zone on the outside corner, 1-2. Chavez back to the mound. Looking in, gets the sign. Nods in agreement. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and tipped into the mitt for out number 2 as Chavez gets Nielsen on a fastball at the low part of the zone. 2 outs.
Yeah, it almost looked like there might have been a little movement to that, whether it was a cutter or a slider. It was hard like a fastball, but I thought it had a little bit of movement. I just love the way Chavez uses that. He's got a big 12-6 curveball. It has a lot of drop, but not a lot of sweep to it, so he throws it to righties.
This brings up Bryce Lachlan, the catcher, batting in the 8 spot. Chavez kicks, deals. The first pitch is outside and high, 1-0.
Again, I think all these Casper Oilers have been up on the plate, a la Anthony Rizzo of the Yankees. I mean, they're right up on the front of the box, almost with their toes on the dish.
Chavez into the windup, kicks, deals the 1-0. The strike on the outside corner, 1-1.
Makes me think, if you're a pitcher, you throw your hard stuff in and just try to bust these guys inside. They're so up on the plate. But Brandon knows what he's doing.
So do you think the approach is to try to push Chavez over the middle of the plate?
Yeah, good point. I think it is.
As Chavez looks in, gets the sign. Into the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up, foul, back out of play, 1-2.
Lachlan was right on that, just missed.
But the hard part about trying to push a pitcher like Chavez over the plate is that doesn't make very many mistakes over the plate.
And he also is so smart. He knows what you're doing as well, and he'll adjust.
As he looks in, gets the sign, brings that glove to the face, wind up the 0-2. Swung on and missed. He got him with a fastball, as that is the 4th punch out for Chavez already in this matchup. You listen to the 2023 AA State Tournament on MyLocalRadio.com, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. When we come back, we'll have more from the Union broadcast booth after this.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Trust, hard work, and experience is what you'll find at Brian's Muffler Shop in Evanston. Quality work at a great price, Brian's Muffler is the perfect fit for oil changes, stock and performance mufflers, and Anderson hitches and accessories. Call Brian's Muffler today, 789-7021.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
We apologize for some technical difficulties that we just had. My laptop just crashed as we were able to get it back, as it is now 1-2 the count to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third inning. Just to recap, Jason Monez lined out to the right fielder for out number 3 in the top of the Uinta Iron Vision third inning, as it is Jack Nichols to lead off the third for the Drillers as Chavez into the windup. The 1-2 pitch is low, 2-2.
Yeah, it was Nichols who made that nice catch in right field to end last top half of the inning.
As they do appeal down to first, no avail, as the first base umpire says that he did not go, as it is 0-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Nichols back in, Chavez back on the bump. Looking to continue his stellar work. Holds at the waist, he'll bring it to his nose when he's ready to go. As it looks like they're having a little trouble agreeing on a pitch. There we go. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner. Catches him looking for the 5th strikeout of the contest for Chavez, out number 1.
Wow, that was not framed up very well by the catcher. I thought it was a little bit outside, but again, we said generous black, especially in the outside corner to right-handers.
Plus, when both pitchers are working the way they are attacking the zone, it's just human nature that they're going to start to get calls a little further in and out.
They are.
As when you attack the zone, you're going to get more calls. As Chavez looks in to the windup. First pitch swinging from the leadoff hitter, Whitley, who reached on an error his first time up, 0-1.
Yeah, I don't mind Whitley swinging there. The best pitch you might see is the first one from Chavez. He just gets better and better as the count goes.
As he steps back and works from the third base side of the rubber. Hits the sign into the windup. The 0-1 is that high above the zone, 1-1. We're in the bottom of the Uinta Iron Vision third inning, where our vision is to improve yours. 1 out, nobody on, as Whitley steps back into the box playing center field. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2-1 the count. As you got to imagine, Whitley, one spot, one location, as he's in a hitter's count. As Chavez gets his rhythm. Into the windup, the 2-1 is a breaking ball swung on and missed as he tips that one into the mitt. 2-2, and that's another example, Jake, pitching backwards.
Yeah, he had Nichols all kinds of tied up, was not looking for a 2-1 breaking ball, but got it anyway. Now Chavez can go anywhere here.
Looks in, gets the sign. Here comes that 2-2 pitch. Just off the plate outside as he tried to nip the outer part of the black there, Jake. Full count. As I think this is actually our first full count of the game. Probably even our first 3-ball count of the game, both sides.
Good at bat for Nichols. Their number 9 hitter has worked the count full. Already he's won this at bat.
Into the windup, 3-2 pitch. That nasty breaking ball in the outside corner catches Whitley looking. That is the 6th punch out already for Chavez as we are in the bottom of the third inning, not even completely through that third inning. 2 outs.
That's filthy. That shouldn't even be legal. 3-2 curve, and that wasn't your average curve. That was nasty.
So there's pitching backwards, Jake, and there's pitching backwards with stuff like that.
Yep. Impressive. We said this kid pitches more with what's above his shoulders. He's just so smart, fearless to throw any pitch anytime.
Brings up Brett Gifford. First pitch is on the outside corner, 0-1.
It's that backdoor curve again, and a good one.
Chavez looks like he's really feeling it out there. He kind of dances to keep his rhythm in between pitches. As here comes the 0-1, is on the outside corner again, 0-2. And it seems like he's getting a little more emphatic with that little rhythm dance he's doing in between pitches. As we have a good one going on so far, folks, as Eric Chavez and Trig Behrens. Actually, Brendan Chavez, as Eric Chavez used to play for the Oakland Athletics.
Yeah.
Into the
windup. I knew where you were going with that.
The 0-2 pitch is that nasty breaking ball in the outside corner. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Punches out the side. All 3 looking, as that's now 7 strikeouts in the game for Chavez. You're listening to the 2023 AA State Baseball Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More from the Union Broadcast booth after this, as that was the Uinta Iron Vision third inning.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions, 133 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cash Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Ben Malone will lead off for the Laramie Rangers as we are starting the top of the fourth inning on our first game of the 2023 AA State Tournament. Brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com as Ben Malone will lead off. First pitch to Malone is high, ball one.
That's only his sixth ball he's thrown. 29 pitches, 23 for strikes.
The 1-0 is outside, 2-0. We've talked about how Chavez has been impressive, Jake, but at Bearings has been equally as impressive, just a little bit different way.
3 strikeouts, no hits.
The 2-0 pitch swung on, hit in the air to center field. Whitley moves over to his right a couple steps, puts that away for out number 1 as we are officially 3 1/3 into this game, for Laramie, 3 innings for Casper. We have no hits in the contest.
Yeah, if you're joining us late, you've missed half a game. Pitchers duel, they were cruising right through. That Malone fly ball is what that elevated fastball is meant to do, get a lot of fly outs. Malone hit it well, just couldn't get on top of it.
This brings up Diego Herrera, first pitch swinging, 0-1.
Barons pulled a string, had Herrera way out front.
Herrera steps back in. The 0-1 is hit on the ground to the shortstop. Paxton fires it across as that is out number 2. As 6-3 on the putout.
Nice play by Paxton. That wasn't a gift hop. That kind of came up on him a little bit, and he threw it while he was running. Just a smooth play from the shortstop.
This will bring up Brandon Chavez, batting from the left side. As in the matchup so far, it has been 11 up, 11 down for this Rangers lineup. Into the windup, first pitch. Swinging a line drive down the first base line. That is foul, 0-1.
And you mentioned, Aaron, only one full count. Because nobody's gone real deep in the count, it's been 1, 2, 3 like really fast.
We talked about only using one arm for an entire game for both these pitchers, and Casper's in a very good spot to do so, as you have the pitch count in front of you, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, Barons, as I said, is still in the low 30s. Neither pitcher really approaching anything disturbing for a pitch count.
The 0-1 to Chavez is high, 1-1. Down from the left side. He's also crowding the plate pretty close, and as closely as Casper is on him when he's pitching. But here comes that 1-1 is swing and a miss at a fastball high, 1-2.
Yeah, and Chavez likes that pitch because he'll go the other way with it, but they just cannot catch up to Barons yet. He is still throwing hard.
Chavez steps out, takes his time getting back into the box as Barons into the windup. The 1-2 pitch is inside, 2-2.
I mean, your one big hope if you're Laramie is you get Barons later in the game when he starts to tire and that fastball doesn't have the zip, but so far he hasn't thrown enough pitches to get tired.
Chavez steps back in, a little bit of an open stance, wiggles that bat in front of his left shoulder. Barons the windup, the 2-2 pitch is high, 3-2, and this is definitely the first 3-ball count for Laramie at bat.
Yeah, Barons shook his head after releasing that. That's not what he was hoping for.
Chavez steps back in. Barons Gets the sign, the payoff pitch. Swing and a fly ball down the left field line. That's sending the left fielder over. Diving effort by Gifford, unable to make the play as that ball lands harmlessly into foul territory. But, Jake, that's the effort you love to see out of your outfielders.
Yeah, real good try. They know what's on the line. They know their pitchers, both of them, are working on no-hitters, so they want to try to make every out they can.
As Chavez is going to step back into the box. He's going to hit from the left side again. Wearing some old-fashioned stirrups, Jake.
Yeah, he's old school.
That's a look that I really like. I like to see that the stirrups are making a comeback.
Yep, me too.
As Barons into the windup, payoff pitch again. A strike 3 called on the inside corner, got him looking. As we're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning, you are listening to the 2023 AA State Baseball Tournament here at Jackson, Wyoming, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming and on mylocalradio.com. More from the Union Broadcast booth after this.
I'm Kendall Roberts with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Whether your car is a classic car or a new one, buckle up every time. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy. Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast booth in the middle of a special presentation of the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. As it's Chavez back to the mound for his 4th inning of work. First pitch swinging, 0-1. As Jake, what's been impressive about him today?
Well, he's struck out. He's not always a strikeout pitcher, but again, it's just his craftiness. He's a smart pitcher. And I'm impressed the way he worked out of trouble in that first inning. Nobody out, 2 on, and didn't bother him at all.
As into the windup, the pitch is swung on and fouled down the first base line. It is Caden Wilcox, the 3-hole hitter. He struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1, but Jake.
1 of 7 victims to Chavez, who struck out 7. Nothing hit hard except for that fly ball to Branch that he tracked down. It's been a easy morning for Chavez and for Barons on the other side. Are we going to get a run, Aaron?
Man, it's hard to tell at this point. I mean, as Chavez looks in, gets the sign. He's ahead 0-2 at the pitch. Swing and a line drive through the infield. That is the first base hit of the game, and it belongs to Caden Wilcox as he is heading to second all the way to third, as that is going to be a lead-off 3-bagger as the relay is not in time. And just like that, Casper has a runner in scoring position with nobody out.
Yeah, Hoyt sort of short-armed that. That's a play he can make at second. And then Buchanan in right kind of fell asleep and just did not get to that ball right in the right center gap. No reason that should be a triple. Hit hard. It'd be tough to score him an error. It's a play that can be made and usually is made by this infield but it wasn't. And then, to allow a runner to go from first to third, that, again, can you give an error to mental lapse? Not really. I don't see where you give an error. It's just there's no reason you should have a runner on third right now, Wilcox. But what a huge, in fact, how huge, they had a conference on the mound as we're talking. So, again, they want to talk to Chavez, calm him down.
Saxon Smith with a runner on third base. Big run 90 feet away from home here in the bottom of the fourth inning. I know it's weird to say that so early in the game, but with the way both these pitchers are pitching, it's been pure domination as Chavez looks in to get the sign. Saxon Smith, the cleanup hitter, he struck out his first time up. First pitch from Chavez is on the outside corner, 0-1.
Anything gets that runner in now. Fielder's choice, sac fly, pass ball, 90 feet away. It's tough for Chavez.
I was going to say the middle infield's back. They're actually probably at medium depth. Corner infielders look like they're going to try to cut that runner off at home.
Yep.
Smith steps back in. Chavez comes set. Holds at the waist. The 0-1 just off the plate outside, 1-1.
This is where you need those strikeouts if you're Chavez. You need one of those 7, more of those. You need no contact here. You got to be able to get an out without a runner moving.
Chavez looks in. Awaiting the sign. Receives the sign that he wants. Comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Is that breaking ball that is fouled away towards the third baseline, 1-2. That was another nasty one.
That's that harder one. I'm going to call that his slider, and he's good with it, putting it on the shoe top of right-handers. He'll start it in the fat of the plate, and by the time you swing, it's almost hitting you in the toe. Tough pitch.
As Chavez back to work. Really works at a methodical pace when there's runners on base.
Slows it down, yep.
The 1-2 pitch is that breaking ball in the dirt. They check the runner. They throw to first. Here comes the runner home. The relay back is not in time as that run's going to score. A strikeout scores the lone run of the contest as Casper goes up 1-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. What a base running play there from Caden Wilcox.
You'll never see that play again. You can watch baseball the rest of your life. Just an odd situation. But if you don't catch cleanly the third strike, you have to throw the runner out at first. Well, when you do that, and you got a runner halfway down the line at third, you're in a tough spot. That's a no-win. Now with a 1 out and bases cleared, Chavez can work from that full windup.
First pitch strike on the outside corner to Hunter Hawk, 0-1. He flew out to center his first time up.
Momentum swinging the Oilers' way. Casper feeling pretty good about that run. That's gold right now.
Chavez looks in, gets the sign, brings that glove to his face. He's ready to go. The windup, the pitch is swung on and missed, 0-2. As it looks like that hit just made him mad.
Yeah, I mean, really, Chavez, nothing hit hard on him, and he can't be faulted for that run, but nobody's going to care about that in the end. Laramie's, his batters have to pick him up and get that run back.
You know, usually in a game, 1-0 doesn't feel insurmountable, but in this game, 1-0 feels like 2 or 3. As Chavez into the windup, the 0-2 is lifted into right center field, and that is going to fall in for a base hit. As that is a terrific piece of hitting as it's fielded on a hop by Buchanan, gets it in as Hawk is going to bring himself back to first base. It looked like he wanted to go 2, but made the wise decision to go back.
Hawk is the guy who hit that ball hard to center that Branch tracked down, and he didn't try to do too much with that fastball. He just went the other way, went with it, and Buchanan, that just was a no man's land in right center, and Buchanan just not getting a good jump in right field on that.
That was a great piece of hitting, too, though. Take that pitch on the outside corner with 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Just flip it that way.
Yeah. Let the power of Chavez's pitch do the work.
This brings up Sawyer Nielsen, the DH, 0 for 1. as the first pitch misses high, 1-0.
Chavez is a little angry and overthrew that. He's upset that he's given up a run here, and what he feels like, is not – he's not getting knocked around, but he's mad. He's got to control his emotions here.
Chavez comes set. Checks that runner at first. The 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0.
Working from the stretch, you mentioned it, Aaron. Chavez slows the game down and almost appears that he's laboring, but he just tries to hold that runner on and just slows the pace and tries to control the pace when he works from the stretch.
Chavez comes set. Checks that runner at first, the 2-0 pitch. Misses down low, 3-0.
Have not seen so much as an attempted steal in this game. Respect for the catchers, perhaps, but in close games like this, you usually see guys on the move a little bit more.
Well, for the most part, you have to get runners on base.
Yeah, that's true.
As the 3-0 catches the zone, 3-1. And we don't mean that to be disrespectful. I mean, it's just how the game's gone.
Yeah.
The pitchers have been dominant. It's 1-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. The Casper Oilers take that lead here in the inning as a leadoff triple by Caden Wilcox. He scores on a strikeout, dropped strikeout with a throw down to first as here comes a 3-1 pitch. Is swung on and hit on the ground. Down that third base line, foul.
And that's
3-2.
all you can do with that pitch. That's that slider. Again, down and into a righty, and all Nielsen could do is just sort of spoil it. There's really no way to keep that ball fair even. And Chavez doing a good job of working back in the count here. Down 3-0. He's worked it full.
Do you send the runner 3-2?
Yeah, I would.
As Chavez comes set. 3-2 pitch. Just off the plate outside, and that is our first walk of the contest. As Sawyer Nielsen draws a 1-out walk.
Tough. You've already had a mound visit here in this inning. You'd love to go out and talk to Brandon again just to cool him down, tell him, hey, it's only 1-0. We'll get that run back. You'd love to have one of those pep talks, maybe a job for your catcher, but you can't come out if you're the manager. You have to remove the pitcher.
This brings up Kobe Pexton, 0 for 1 with a punch out in the second inning. Runners on first and second in the bottom of the fourth inning, 1 out. Chavez comes set, the first pitch. Splits the plate with a fastball, 0-1. This isn't the first time that Chavez has been in a jam. Runners on first and second, Jake.
No, he did a real good job of getting out of it in the first. Not a guy who easily rattles. Pexton up in a real opportunity here with 1 out. His job is to move runners if he can, but big tap. Chavez not quite as effective from the stretch.
Looks in, comes set. He's going to step off and rethink about it.
It wasn't a big lead out there by Houck. I think Chavez had something else in mind as he stares at his shortstop.
Looks in to get the sign, steps back on the rubber. We reset. Chavez holds the pitch. Squared to bunt. He bunts through it. That's a great stop behind the plate by Moore.
Really good stop by Moore, keeping the runners where they are at first and second. And again, Laramie using the shortstop Malone to hold the runner at second, which is unusual with a right-handed batter, but that's the idea, that Laramie doesn't believe these right-handers will be able to get around on Chavez and pull the ball.
0-2 the count. 1 out. The bottom of the fourth inning. Chavez comes set. The pitch is that breaking ball. Smoke back up the middle for a base hit. As they're going to hold the runner. As Branch does a great job charging that ball and holding that runner to third. As now it's bases loaded with 1 out. As that's a great piece of hitting there from Kobe Pexton.
Really nice piece of hitting. Again, Pexton not trying to do too much. Second time around you've seen Chavez. You kind of got an idea for him. And that's respect for Branch's arm in center. He's got good speed to get to that ball, and he's got a gun, just a hose in center, and I'm sure Casper's aware of that.
This brings up Bryce Laughlin, the catcher. He punched out his first time up. Seems like we've said that quite a bit, Jake. I mean, this has been the first inning where there's been a lot of traffic on the bases for Casper, and they've put a run home.
Game-changing inning.
First pitch is high, ball one. If you're Casper, you come out and get a win day one against the pitcher that you're getting it against. That is huge going forward in the tournament.
Yeah, can you imagine? They're going to be riding high if they can close this out.
Still 3 innings of work. It's only 1-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Chavez comes set, holds at the waist. Square to bunt, pulls it back. It's a breaking ball in the zone, 1-1.
Yeah, that's just a show-me bunt trying to bother Chavez, but he didn't worry about it. Threw him a curveball on the 1-0 count. He's going from the stretch, which means he's trying to limit the damage should the ball be hit. He's trying to hold Nielsen close at second.
Middle infield, double play depth. Corners are in. As Chavez comes set. The 1-1 is that breaking ball fouled straight back, 1-2. Looks like on the corners they'll try to go home to cut the run down. In the middle of the infield, it looks like they'll try to turn 2 to get out of the inning. As Laughlin steps back in, the count is 1-2. As Chavez, working from that third base side of the rubber, wipes his brow, as this has been by far the longest inning of the day for him.
For compared to the rest of the game, it seems like he's been out there all morning.
Chavez comes set. He holds at the waist. As that time it looks like he was just going to hold until Laughlin called time. Little bit of gamesmanship there on the mound from Chavez.
Chavez does take a long time at the belt.
Holds, kicks, delivers the 1-2 pitch inside. As that nearly catches Laughlin as you hear the traditional wear it from the dugout.
Good job by Laughlin to work this count. Stressful pitches by Chavez. 2-2 and nowhere to put him.
Comes set. Holds at the waist, and we're going to get time called again. It's always interesting, Jake. The dugout always screams wear it, but usually when the dugout comes to the plate, we're still hearing wear it.
Yeah.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball softly into the hole. That's off the glove of the shortstop, Malone. 1 run's going to score as the Oilers go up 2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
Yeah, Malone, who, boy, I talked him up before the game. I know that error was him overthinking what is he going to do with that ball. No way he's coming home. No way he can turn 2. It's hit so softly. In fact, just to get the guy out at first would have taken a strong throw. All this is going through Malone's mind as he muffed it.
2-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. As they'll bring up Jack Nichols, punched out his first time up looking.
He worked the count full, though. I remember that.
1 out, bases loaded. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1. Is that because his last name is Nichols? You remember him?
Yeah, that's right.
Haven't really run into anyone with my last name yet. As Chavez spins, looks back at second base. But if I do, I'll definitely remember him.
Yeah.
Comes set. Holds at the waist. Delivers the 0-1 low. 1-1.
Boy, you're going to wonder, even if Laramie gets those runs back, how much this is going to take out of Chavez. This is your ace. You want to win this game if you're Laramie, and he's burning up out there in this 4th inning. Long inning for him.
Chavez holds at the waist. The 1-1 is a strike on the outside corner, 1-2.
Yep. Backdoor curve look like. And this is where it's tough to overthink or underthink if you're Nichols. Chavez will throw anything here. Fastball, curve, he'll throw anything anytime. So what can you look for?
He dangles that left arm. Well, he gets the sign. Comes set. Holds at the waist. Continues to hold at the waist.
Yeah, he had no intention of throwing that ball, and I'm not sure what that's about.
A little bit of a waiting game. It's gamesmanship.
That's a long time to sit there, and of course the batter's going to call a time.
Chavez comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. 1-2. That's a great job there by Nichols to foul that off, as that was about chest high.
Yeah, and that had some pace to it. That was a good fastball. You see pitchers do that a lot when they freeze you and you're waiting. Almost always that next pitch will be a fastball. It's to make the fastball appear like it's coming faster because nothing has happened before it.
Chavez comes set, holds at the waist. The 1-2 pitch. His breaking ball that is tip fouled.
Nice job. That was a good curveball. And Nichols has seen everything Chavez has now. He's timing the fastball better. He's seen his best curve and got a piece of it. And Chavez, ahead in the count 1-2, is wondering how I got to put this guy away.
As we'll soon possibly see the answer as Chavez back to the mound. Working from that third base side of the rubber, the lefty. Comes set, holds at the waist. Nichols, the right-handed batter, wiggles that bat above his right shoulder, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive.
Oh, that's trouble.
That is down the right field line fair. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. As they're going to hold that third runner up at second as Jack Nichols with a 2 RBI double. Doubles the lead, 4-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard.
Another good at bat from the number 9 guy, and what damage he did there. Wow. And again, that was from seeing so many of Chavez's pitches. He saw everything in Brandon's arsenal and was not intimidated.
As we're going to get time called as Tate Moore is going to go talk to his pitcher. As this is the leadoff hitter, Eric Whitley. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error and struck out in the third.
Yeah, and again, this was dictated from the dugout, telling Moore to go out and have a chat with Chavez because they can't come out. The coach can't come out unless they're going to remove Chavez. Tough inning. And those crooked numbers, Aaron, they often decide a game when you look at the final of a game. A 4 spot in a game like this is big.
Trig Bearings, the pitcher for Casper on the other side. How are you staying warm?
You've been sitting a long time. Good point. And I see some guys up in the bullpen. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe that is Bearings out there trying to stay loose. But, yeah, he's been sitting a while.
Runners on second and third, 1 out. 4 runs home in the inning as Chavez comes set. First pitch to Whitley is a ground ball. Fielded by the shortstop, Malone fires home. That skips by the catcher. The run's going to score as the runner on third scores. As they throw to second, another run's going to come home on that throw as 2 runs come in. 6-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. As that'll bring up Brett Gifford with the runner on second. As here comes a coach from
that'll be all for Chavez and just a meltdown by Laramie in this inning. Rangers.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break. You listen to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of 2023 you listen to a 2023 AA state tournament on mylocalradio.com, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. We'll be right back after this.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera.
The world needs more cowboys.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast booth as we are bringing you the 2023 AA State Tournament from Jackson, Wyoming, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, as it is 6-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. The runner on second, Aiden Buchanan, into the game for the Rangers.
Chavez is on the hook for the loss. It would drop his record to 6-5. Stingy ERA of 2.58. I've discovered some stats, by the way, Aaron. Buchanan enters this game with an overall record of 1-5. He's worked 31 2/3. Split time between starting and relieving with an ERA of 5.31 and a WHIP of 1.89.
Yeah.
Boy, what an inning. How long is this inning? This inning has lasted as long as the rest of the game has lasted.
I was going to say that 6 runs that have been attributed to Chavez, I don't think really tells the story of how his start went, as that first run scored on a strikeout. That kind of tells you how it was going in the first 3 innings.
Tough to take. Well, Laramie knows when they get to bat, they got some work to do.
As Brett Gifford steps up as the 9th hitter in the inning, the Oilers have batted around. His first pitch from Buchanan is a breaking ball strike, 0-1.
Good off-speed pitch from him. Nice curve.
Thought I told you at the beginning of the inning that a team would bat around in this game. I don't know if I would have believed it, just the pace that it was going.
This game always amazes you, just when you think you have it figured out.
As Buchanan comes set, the 0-1. It's a fastball dotted on the outside corner, 0-2.
Gifford very forward in the batter's box. I don't mean close to the plate, although he is. He's close up to the pitcher, so Buchanan, they expect him to be soft with his stuff, throw a lot of junk. We'll see.
He steps back in, 0-2 in the contest. Reached on an error and struck out. The 0-2 pitch just off the plate outside, 1-2. And after that fastball called for a strike on the outside corner, I like that pitch. See if you can steal one there.
Yeah. You keep extending it. If you get a little black, you go for some more. As a pitcher, you just keep getting greedy to see where that line is.
As Buchanan looks in. Runner on second is Wheatley. The 1-2 is low. Good stop behind the plate from Moore, 2-2. It's Buchanan. He's going to work from the first base side of the rubber. Checks that runner at second. Continues to look in, gets the sign, holds at the shoulders. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back, 2-2.
Good fastball. Had Gifford a little bit late on it.
As Buchanan came in from right, we try to figure out the defensive alignment for Laramie here in a second. Buchanan comes set, holds at the shoulders. The 2-2 pitch is sawed off as the third baseman, Webb, is going to make the play. He got in on the hands of Gifford there, and he lines out to the third baseman for out number 2.
Yeah, good pitch. Jammed him. Nothing he could do. Just the 4 hits. 6 runs on 4 hits, but the other 4 tells the story. 4 Laramie errors really compounded those 4 hits. It's like having 8 hits, Aaron.
This brings up Caden Wilcox, who led off the inning with that triple. So he steps back in to face Buchanan. Comes set, kicks, deals the first pitch of the at-bat. Looks like it was off speed as he fouls it into his foot, 0-1.
Wilcox came out of his shoes looking for that. They're still kind of timed up to Chavez, and Buchanan doesn't throw quite as hard.
There's a field goal post behind the fence in left field, and it looks like he's trying to hit a home run field goal combination there. As Buchanan looks in, gets the sign. Beautiful ballpark here in Jackson with some unique features. Just comes set, the 0-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball on the ground. The shortstop Malone makes the play deep in the hole, fires it across, is not in time. As Wilcox is able to beat it out for an infield single. That makes him 2 for 3 in the game.
That's the kind of play I'm used to Malone making, deep in the hole. And a good, strong throw, but credit Wilcox scampering down the line.
That's an incredible play from Malone. He made that look so much easier than it is, as that is a very tough play.
Yeah, it was a good play. Did all he could do there. Nice stretch at the other end by Moniz. But Wilcox, give him credit. He was hustling out of the box.
Runners on the corners. 2 outs in the inning. It's Buchanan looking to end it here as Saxton Smith looks at strike one, 0-1, as he's the batter that struck out when Caden Wilcox scored from third on the throw to first.
Got an RBI for that. One of the rare times, you see a guy who struck out twice but had the first RBI of the game. Game-winning RBI. And all you had to do was strike out, Aaron.
As it stands.
Yeah.
Easy game, huh? As here comes the 0-1 pitch from Buchanan. Of course, we say that facetiously, as there's nothing easy about this game, as this has been an interesting one. 6-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Bottom of the 4th inning. Buchanan is facing runners on the corners. 2 outs. And the cleanup hitter, Saxton Smith, at the plate. Counts 1-1. It's Buchanan. Holds at the waist, leans back in his stance. The pitch is a breaking ball that catches the inside corner, 1-2.
And Smith stood in there, daring that ball to break across the plate, and it did.
1-2 the count. As for Laramie, it's huge right here if Buchanan can keep this score where it is. The 1-2 is a breaking ball that's fouled straight back.
Yeah, Wilcox on the move. We saw his speed out of the box. He was running on the pitch. Buchanan's going to have to take a close look at him with a 6-run lead. Casper not trusting anything.
Yeah, in the state tournament, I don't think you can trust anything until that final pitch is thrown.
Yeah.
You want to make sure. As Buchanan comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back as Saxton Smith continues to battle.
Wilcox again on the move on a 1-2 pitch. And really, I mean, you might think pitch out, but you can't afford to throw it down to second with Whitley waiting at third. So
Let's say if you throw to second, you got to get that runner.
Good opportunity here to just run, and that's what Casper realizes.
Buchanan comes set, holds at the shoulders, the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him with a fastball above the zone. And that'll do it for us here in the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More from the Union broadcast booth after this.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Do you want to further your education? Are you thinking of attending college? You can start now here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach provides students with a low-cost alternative to leaving town. Western offers a variety of degrees including nursing, BAS, and our brand new cybersecurity, also offering a variety of certificate programs that can be completed all right here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach, we are your local community college.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth in the middle of You are watching the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. And Jake, as we move to the top of the 5th inning, we've got something unfolding on the mound with Trig Behrens.
Yeah, pitcher's duel. Who's going to blink first? Turned out it was Chavez. Meanwhile, Behrens, well, see how he does after a long sit in that half inning that just finished, his warm-ups look good. He's still throwing hard.
As that'll bring up the 4-hitter Tatum Moore to lead off the 5th inning. First pitch to Moore is just outside, 1-0. Moore back into the box. The pitch is inside, 2-0.
Boy, I thought that got a piece of Moore, but I guess not. He didn't get out of the way, I'll say that. I noticed Coach Lozano got all his Rangers in after that long inning, just had a quick chat with them, little pep talk.
2-0 pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 2-1.
I don't know what you can possibly say after that nightmare inning of 6 runs, but Lozano just wanted to let the guys know that a lot of ball left here.
The pitch is high, 3-1. As Tatum Moore looks like he wanted to start his windup. Excuse me, Tatum Moore steps out as Behrens is in the middle of his about to start his windup. 3-1 the count to Moore. Not a lot of 3-ball counts against Behrens so far in this contest. The 3-1 pitch. Swing on a ground ball to the shortstop. Paxton Fields fires it across, and they got him for out number 1. As I think you can kind of start to feel the buzz in the ballpark, Jake.
Yeah.
That is a great play by Paxton at short.
Second nice play we've seen from him. I mean, nothing unusual about the play, just smooth, and just did nip the runner by a half step.
This brings up Griffin Webb playing third base. At least he started at third. Into the windup, first pitch is inside, 1-0. As we're in the top of the 5th inning, 6-0 Casper on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. The 1-0 pitch. Just off the plate outside, 2-0. I think the home plate umpire flinched there, Jake.
Could be. That's right on that outside edge he's normally given these pitchers.
The 2-0. Swing and a line drive into left field, and that will be not only the first base hit, the first base runner of the game for the Laramie Rangers, as Trig Behrens goes 4 1/3 perfectly before he allows a base runner. What a start it's been for Behrens so far.
Webb just jumped all over that pitch, and that was, if you're going to break up a no-hitter, you hate to see it be some trickler. That was legit. That was a rocket to left.
That is what you do with a 2-0 pitch. That was a 2-0 swing right there.
Yeah.
As that is the first hit of the game once again for the Rangers, as that'll bring up Mason Branch, the center fielder. First pitch from the stretch for Behrens is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. I was just about to mention, Jake, it's always interesting to see how a kid does in the stretch for the first time, especially when they haven't had to pitch from it.
Yes, and Behrens is not a big guy physically, but he generates power even from the stretch for that fastball. He just throws his body into these pitches. You can see it in the way he finishes his release. He just falls off the rubber.
As the 0-1 misses off the outside corner, 1-1. Checks Webb at first. He's actually going to pick off over there. Webb gets back in time.
Yeah, no reason for Webb to be going anywhere. With a 6-run deficit, they need base runners. A lot of them.
As Behrens holds at the waist. The 1-1 is low, 2-1. Middle infield's in double play depth. Third baseman Smith, even with the bag. 2-1 pitch is on the outside corner, 2-2, as he dotted what looked like a cutting fastball.
Yeah, it kind of had some sweep to it, didn't it? Moving away from Branch.
I think that's part of what makes Behrens hit is he doesn't throw very much straight. Seems like everything's got a little bit of movement to it. As Behrens comes set, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him with an off-speed pitch down and away, as that is out number 2.
He has not gone to that very often, but maybe, as we get later in the game, he realizes the fastball might have lost a little, especially after the long sit and a smart punch out there. The
5th punch out of the game for Behrens. As he makes his way back to the mound, the batter will be Aiden Buchanan. First pitch is low and in, ball one.
Buchanan started this game in right field, has now come in to pitch. He's a right-hander pitching, but a lefty batting.
His bearings come set. He's going to pick off to first as Webb is back in time. His bearings looks in, gets the sign. The pitch, swing and a line drive back up the middle for a base hit. Great piece of hitting there from Buchanan, as now there's runners on first and second, 2 down in the inning.
Yeah, signs that it may be possible to get to Barons, but how? You got to get to him a bunch here. We're in the 5th. You're down 6-0, but a little something cooking here.
Brings up Sam Hoyt. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
We'll get a pinch runner for Buchanan, so that means he'll be out of the game pitching, I would think, right?
I think you're allowed 1 re-entry.
Okay. McIntyre will come in and do the running.
Yeah, we'll see in the bottom half of the inning.
Hoyt, a 278 hitter on the season.
Flew out to the left fielder his first time up. So Barons comes set. Checks that runner at second. The pitch is a ball high, 1-0.
God, he's still the same guy he was early.
He is humming
Barons, yeah, he's just throwing hard up.
Comes set. A little bit of a close stance. The 1-0 pitch. It's on the outside corner, 1-1. You think that the reason why his fastball is so dominant at the top of the zone is that arm angle? Almost makes it look like it's rising a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. We talked about his release at 3/4 angle.
As the 1-1 misses inside, 2-1.
And it does. It's probably the reason mechanically that he's up so much. You know, a guy who's more over the top, his release point's going to dictate whether he's high or low in the zone. But his, which is why I think he's a guy you can hit if you can get up on top of his fastball.
As the 2-1 pitch is fouled straight back.
Again,
2-2.
He's late on it. Hoyt is.
Runners on.
Interesting. They're going to have a little chat here for the Oilers.
Could this possibly be they're taking the ball from him in order to keep him for the rest of the week?
Pitch count. I'll check that.
As that will do it. As Trick Barons was phenomenal in this contest, as he didn't allow a base runner until 4 1/3 innings in. He's going to leave with a 2-2 count, runners on first and second as Deuce is wild. We'll head to a commercial break. We'll introduce you to the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament from Jackson, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More from the Union broadcast booth after this.
I'm Kendall Roberts with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Whether your car is a classic car or a new one, buckle up every time. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hard-working staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming presentation. As we are in the top of the 5th inning. The presentation is a 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming here in Jackson, Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. Jake, interesting question. Do you think they keep Behrens in if he has the perfect game going still?
I think they were going to pull him at pitch count no matter what. He's at 59 pitches. I think they would not have let him go over 60, even if he's throwing a no-hitter, especially with a 6-0 lead. If it's still scoreless, yes, they would ride him, I would imagine. The bigger question is, if you're going to pull him for a pitch count, why do you leave him, bring him out to start this inning after the long sit? You got a 6-run lead.
I think it's because he was perfect. As Nolan Horniker, the pitcher, 2-2 the count, throws it low, 3-2. And how about the at-bat so far for Hoyt, as you see 5 pitches from the starting pitcher, and suddenly you come in a 2-2 count. Now you're facing a guy out of the bullpen as it's 3-2 now. As Horniker comes set, payoff pitch. Swung on and fouled back, and you get your first flinch out of me of the week as I was running out of the way. They got me there.
Aaron was in his car with the door locked. He ran so fast.
This is a great view. I mean,
it is.
The view that you see on the screen, that is exactly where I'm standing, right behind the camera, as this is a wonderful view for baseball. The payoff pitch again. Swung on and missed. He got him with a fastball on the outside corner. And with that, we're going to move to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Casper Drillers on top 6-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. You're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. More from Jackson after this.
Water testing, community enhancement grants, seedling trees and wildflowers, classroom lessons and specialty workshops, composting and conservation of water and soil. The Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve Uintah County residents. Visit our website today, uintahcountycd.com.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe.
I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family.
I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pups, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of a First Bank of Wyoming, in the middle of a 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. We have a pitching change as Diego Herrera will take the mound, as we'll get the rest of the defensive changes for you here in a second.
Herrera's worked 23 1/3 this year, all in relief. He's 0-1 on the season with an ERA of 5.40, whip of 2.36. Right-hander.
Herrera does have a job to do. If you have any aspirations of getting back into this one, if you're the Rangers, you're probably not going to want to give up any more.
Hold the fort, kid.
And, you know, a pitcher that comes out of the bullpen and holds a team down, that's often an overlooked part of what happens in a comeback, as Herrera has an opportunity to do so here. Due up first is number 51, Hunter Hoke. He is 1 for 2, as he has a single to his name.
He's hit the ball hard against Chavez. We'll see how he does against the righty.
First pitch from Herrera misses low, ball 1. Of course, Hoke wearing the number 51 of Ichiro Suzuki.
I was going to say Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams, too.
On Yankees, yeah.
Couple of legendary outfielders in their own right. Comes set, the 1-0 pitch. It's a breaking ball that's popped up. Center field. Branch moves over a couple steps to his left, hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
That was a good curveball, but Hoke was right on it. Almost as if he was anticipating it. He tracked it well, just skied it, got a little under it. Branch covers a lot of real estate in center, had no trouble.
Let's go over that defensive alignment for the Rangers here in the second half of the pitch.
Our starting pitcher, Chavez, has moved to left. McIntyre, who came in to pinch run, is in right.
First pitch is low, as I was indeed wrong about the re-entry. As in the box right now is Sawyer Nielsen, 0 for 1. He walked and scored a run in the 4th. As he swings and misses at that one. 1-1. 6-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Casper with the lead, looking to add on. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. The breaking ball, it's tipped off the mitt to the backstop, 1-2.
If you weren't with us for the first 4 innings or so, that 6-0 score is misleading. This was a pitcher's duel until that nightmare 4th inning for Chavez and the Rangers.
All 6 of those runs coming in that 4th inning as we are now in the bottom of the 5th. As Herrera, the pitcher on the mound, looks in, gets the sign. Working from the stretch on the third base side of the rubber, the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive down the third base line that hooks foul. As Nielsen got a good piece of that one.
Yeah, I've noticed that's the second time he's hit a ball inside. He likes it in. The trouble is he's just not going to be able to keep it fair. He also took a Chavez slider down on his shoe tops and ripped it foul. He likes that ball in. I'd be careful in there.
Herrera heading the count, 1-2. The pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back. The battle continues. Herrera works his way back to the bump. Pitches from a closed stance out of the stretch. And it's a good way to hide the ball. The 1-2. There's a breaking ball lifted down the left field line. That is driven but foul as he got a lot of that one.
Yeah. Again, turned on it. Just can't wait long enough. And Herrera, one of those new type pitchers who works from the stretch even with nobody on. I'll never understand that, Aaron.
Herrera looks in. Gets the sign. The 1-2 again. It's popped up.
Trouble for
right
anyone.
Center field. As the right fielder, the
Yeah.
right fielder calls him off.
McIntyre just into the game. Good job.
It's a great job.
Take control of that. That was in that mystery area. Branch had to run a ton to get there, but he could have. For your second baseman, Hoyt, he's running backwards. So the best play is McIntyre, and a good job to take charge of it.
This brings up Kobe Paxton. Paxton. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner, 0-1.
1 for 2 with a strikeout.
Herrera looks in, gets the sign. Holds at the shoulders. The 0-1. Foul straight back, 0-2.
Not that this game is over, but it's interesting to see what this game does to both teams emotionally as you move through the tournament. Casper, you would got to think I'm going to be riding real high to get a win against a tough pitcher. And for Laramie, how deflated and how much, how successfully can they put this behind them and carry on tomorrow? They're not done.
Come set, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a line drive. That is knocked down by the second baseman, Hoyt. That would have been an incredible play if he's able to make it, as that's going to go down as a single.
Very tough play to make. Backhanding a one-hopper with a lot of topspin. That would have been near impossible, but he almost stabbed it.
Brings up Bryce Lachlan, 0 for 2. Reached on an error his last at-bat, drove in a run.
Scoring that a hit. Yeah.
Rightfully so as Herrera comes set. First pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Lachlan doing the catching today. When he steps out, you can see just how dirty that uniform is as he slid into home head first. to ensure that the 5th run of the game scored. Herrera comes set. Holds at the waist, the 0-1. There's a breaking ball that's low, 1-1.
The Oilers have showed a lot of energy in this game from the onset. You remember the first inning when they had 2 runners on. This dugout has been alive and up on the fence all game long. Very chatter, a lot of chatter over there, very active.
Herrera gets the sign. Kicks and delivers. That is low and outside, 2-1.
Nice stop by Moore, who backhanded it, but also pulled his body out. So just in case he didn't get a glove on it, he would have blocked it with his body. Good play. Looks like he's getting messages from the dugout. I don't believe it's the pitches, although it could be.
2 on the count. Runner on first. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch. Off the plate away, 3-1.
Moore tried to frame it, no sale.
So we talk about that 4th inning being long for Chavez, but you got to imagine Tatum Moore behind the plate. That was a real long inning for him too, as, man, catchers got to battle and grind in these tournaments. There's an opportunity that a catcher might have to catch 5 days in a row.
Yeah, it's tough, even on 17-year-old knees. That's tough work back there.
Comes set, 3-1 to Lachlan. Swung on and missed. 3-2.
Yeah, runner Pexton was faking taking off, and I wonder if it didn't bother Lachlan. If you're going to go, go. But Lachlan can see that in the corner of his eye, and that swing didn't look comfortable.
Runner will be off with the pitch. 3-2, 2 outs. Runner on first. 6-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard, but not before Herrera tries a pickoff move as Pexton's back in time.
And our fast-paced game has slowed considerably.
Herrera looks over. Gets the sign, the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him with a fastball in the outside corner. And that'll do it for us here in the 5th inning as you are listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. We move to the top of the 6th inning after this quick commercial break.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Get a degree or certification. Earn your high school GED. Get job skills. Become CPR certified. Or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES number 1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth as you are watching the 2023 AA State Tournament live from Jackson, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. As we move to the top of the 6th inning, it will be Nolan Horniker back to the mound to face his first full batter of the game, as if you remember, he came in that last inning in a 2-2 count, and man, that's going to be pitcher's paradise, Jake. You go out there, there's 2 strikes on the batter already. 2/3 of the work is done, and he was able to punch out the hitter, Hoyt.
Yeah, he threw 1 ball just because, and then got Hoyt. We talked about how all managers of all these teams got to be careful working with their pitchers. That's the strategy in a week-long tournament where you're going to run out of arms real quick. So far, give the edge to Casper. They were able to use their ace, get a win out of him theoretically, not over yet, and get him saved under 60 pitches, so we'll see him again later this week. Barons, that is.
This brings up Jace Bonez. He'll lead off, and then the 1-2 hit. in the order as it's 9-1-2. Ben Malone, Diego Herrera to follow. First pitch misses high, ball 1. Kicks and delivers the 1-0. That is high as well, 2-0.
Oof, well, look close. Hornecker stares in, wondering where was that.
Hornecker's pitch is high, 3-0.
Beautiful day today, 0 wind. Usually it's always blowing in pretty good.
The 3-0 is dotted on the outside corner, 3-1. Monez steps back in the box. Taps that bat over his right shoulder. The 3-1 pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 3-2, as Monez was on his way to first, but the umpire hooks him back with that right hand. 3-2 the count.
Hornecker battling back in the count. Won't give up.
The payoff pitch. Swing and a line drive over the head of the second baseman into right center field as Monez, instead of drawing the walk, instead he does it himself with a single the other way.
Nice shot into right center. Wilcox playing a deep second, so if that's over his head, that's a base hit. He could not climb the ladder for that.
It's almost like the umpire sensed it, you know. Borderline pitch, he calls him back. And instead, the kid goes the other way for a single.
You got a hit in you, kid, is what the ump's thinking. Malone, top of the order.
First pitch is low, ball 1. Runner on first, nobody out, top of the 6th inning. Drillers lead 6-0 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. As Hornecker looks over, checks the runner at first, the 1-0. Swung on and popped up on the infield. Second baseman Wilcox camps out underneath it, makes the play for out number 1.
That was a good pitch by Hornecker to Malone, who's a really good contact hitter. That was up and in. Nothing Malone could do with that pitch where it's spotted, and flies out weakly into the infield.
This brings up Diego Herrera, serving as the pitcher at the moment. Hornecker gets the sign. First pitch. Fastball in the outside corner, 0-1.
Boy, Hornecker's looked pretty good. That's pretty good. I have not seen a bunch of Casper, but from what I've seen of them on the hill, Hornecker, Barons.
As that's a breaking ball that's deposited into right center field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there from Herrera as he takes that breaking ball the other way, just how it's taught.
Just like a one-arm swing, just sort of threw the barrel of the bat at it, and, yep, poked it the other way. Make a long career out of that. Well, you used to be able to. Now in the major leagues, they want to see home runs. 4 strikeouts and 1 home run per game is considered good in Major League Baseball.
Brings up Brandon Chavez. I mean, not if you're Luis Arraez. He was flirting with 400 for a while into the Major League season. Fortunately, that's nearly an impossible task in today's Major League game, as Chavez will bat from the left side. Runners on first and second, 1 out. First pitch is a ball outside, 1-0, as this could be a big at-bat here in the game. If Laramie wants to come back, this is a good opportunity to do so with Chavez at the plate. Runners on first and second.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get 6 with a swing of the bat, but it starts somewhere. You got to start chipping away with just 1 more at-bat after this left.
The 1-0. Swing and a line drive over the head of the second baseman into right field. They're going to wave that runner home. As here comes the throw to the plate, and he's safe as he slid just around the tag.
Very close play at the plate, and down 6. I wonder about sending him there, but okay, it worked. Close, way too close. I mean, you got to play for the big inning here, and that was nearly the second out at home. But good speed by Moniz, the first baseman.
I do think the umpire made the right call. As we are right here, as that foot did look like it hit the plate before the tag.
The throw and the relay, like the throw is great. It was right on. The tag was right on. The throw actually almost beat the runner. It just took a while for the Lachlan to come with a sweeping tag. And it was too late.
Looks like we're going to get a pitching change. And with that, you're listening to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of, you're listening to 2023 AA State Tournament on My Local Radio, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. More from Jackson after this.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Wrong. They did not make a pitching change. We get back just in time for Tate Moore to see the first pitch. Is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Tate Moore with a chance to make this a little bit of a game. Base hit here could cut the lead in half to 6-3.
The windup, the pitch. Swinging a line drive up the middle. Base hit into center field. One run's going to score. Here comes Chavez rounding third. The throw is offline as the runner's going to advance to second. That hits him and skips away. Not far enough. But Tate Moore drives in 2 runs, and that cuts the lead in half. 6-3 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard, and that's a huge time for Moore to come through.
Big time for Moore, and he didn't waste any time. First pitch swinging, like what he saw, and drilled it into center.
As now we're going to get a pitching change. As you listen to the 2023 AA State Tournament brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming and on mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this. As we are back, we apologize for that. The computer crashed again as we were trying to fix those technical difficulties. But while we were gone, as that's popped up into center field, that looks like it's going to do it for us. Runner was thrown out at third, then an infield single, and then that will end the bottom of the 6th inning, or excuse me, top of the 6th inning as we're going to move to the bottom of the 6th. You listen to the 2023 AA State Tournament on mylocalradio.com, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. More from Jackson, Wyoming after this.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth in the middle of the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, as it is 6-3 Casper over Laramie. And in that last inning, we had 3 runs scored. The runner on second was Tate Moore. He was thrown out trying to advance on a wild pitch. He is thrown out. Griffin Webb infield single, and Mason Branch flies out to center field. And that is where we stand as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning.
You got Hoyt on the mound. He's worked the 3rd most innings on the team through the season. He's appeared in 21 games, 46 1/3. He's 5-3 on the year with an ERA of 4.38, a WHIP of 1.59.
As they throw down, we are ready to go here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Once again, if you're Laramie, you have to hold them here.
Yeah, you threaten to make a game of it with those 3. Now it's not nearly so insurmountable. You've got to hold the fort here.
As Jack Nichols will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. He is 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. That double drove in 2 runs.
Yeah, right down the right field line. And like so many of these Oilers, getting their hits by not trying to do a whole lot with it. If it's away, they'll go away and hit to the opposite field. Very impressive hitting, and that seems like something coached in through the team.
As Hoyt works from the windup, the pitch is a breaking ball that misses low for ball 1. Like that manager, Aaron Lozano, is getting a bunch of arms, a couple of, you know, at least an inning to throw.
Yep.
That way all hands are ready for tomorrow. The windup, kicks, delivers. The 1-0 is outside, 2-0.
Hoyt also kind of a three-quarter guy, and his release point going to be important whether you're inside or outside on a batter. He just held on to that pitch too long and was well outside.
Working from the first base side of the rubber. Takes a step with that left foot. Kicks, delivers. The 2-0 is low, 3-0. As Nichols steps back in, this is what you want out of your 9-hitter. Work the count. Try to get on base for the top of the order.
You wouldn't think the 9-hitter is green-lighted here, and Nichols has been very patient. That bat's going to be on his shoulder.
As it is outside, he draws a walk.
Yeah, leadoff walks almost always come back to haunt you.
That brings up Eric Whitley. 0 for 3. Reached on an error twice. And is struck out looking. Runner on first, nobody out. Casper looking to add on some runs before the last inning, as it is 6-3 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. Hoyt comes set. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Runner on first is Nichols. Hoyt looks in.
He's been pretty good with his control this season. 21 walks in 46 innings.
Gets the
Not
sign.
bad.
Comes set. The 0-1 is a breaking ball. Nearly hits him. The runner goes. The throw is into center field as that runner's going to advance. The throw to third gets by him, as that's good backup there from Hoyt, or else that run could have scored.
I don't know how that pitch missed. Hitting the batter. Where did that I think it went between Whitley's legs. Anyway, here's my diatribe on walks in the American Legion Baseball. A walk is not just a leadoff single. A walk is often a leadoff triple, as you see here, because so many times a runner's going to steal, then bad things happen on the throw. Suddenly, a leadoff walk, you got a runner at third, and there's nobody out.
I think manager Aaron Lozano was talking about possible interference. Is that throw from Tatum Moore looks like either he clipped something or something clipped him as he threw, as that ball went sailing. Comes the 1-1, swung on and fouled back, 1-2, as that is a big run standing 90 feet away at third base.
Yeah. Good eyes, Aaron. I didn't see that. I was more mystified how that ball did not hit Whitley to notice what happened on the throw. But, yeah, Moore's throw was pretty far off.
Hoyt looks in. Gets the sign, the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball that is slapped the other way for a base hit, as that run's going to come across to score. It's a great piece of hitting there from Brett Gifford. Or actually make that Eric Whitley as he picks up the RBI single.
Whitley. And, you know, going the other way with pitches works better when you stand where these guys hit. For the majority of the time, these Casper Oilers are, as I said, almost standing on the plate. They give you nowhere to throw inside. They make you throw the ball away, realizing that, you know, they know they're going to go that way. If you do, they want you. They take half the plate away from you, honestly, unless you're going to challenge them inside.
Brett Gifford steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3, lined out with a strikeout, reached on an error. 7-3 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as a runner on first. Nobody out in the inning.
Yeah, after that Moore throw, we'll see if they're running again to test Tatum.
Hoyt comes set. The pitch as they bunt. It's going to be picked up by Moore. He's going to go to first for the out. It's a great play by Tatum Moore. Great baseball there as Brett Gifford drops down the sacrifice bunt.
Good bunt by Gifford. Just deadened it right there, and really only one play for Moore.
One out, runner on second. That brings up Brett Gifford. Or I take that back. That brings up Caden Wilcox. He is 2 for 3 in the contest with a triple and infield single, scored a run in that fourth inning. As Hoyt comes set, checks that runner at second base. First pitch of the at-bat is a breaking ball lined up the middle, as he is now 3 for 4.
Whitley is going to hold up.
I'll leave runners on the corner. 1 out.
A lot of respect for Mason Branch in center. I mean, you don't need the run. You're up 4, so it'd have to be really obvious to send Whitley there. But anything hit to Branch, and suddenly teams are very tentative about taking bases on Mason Branch. He's got an arm.
That is a single in 3 straight innings for Caden Wilcox.
Wilcox having a game.
So that brings up Saxton Smith. 0 for 3, looking to avoid the golden sombreros. He's punched out 3 times today. First pitch is low, ball 1.
Struck out all 3 times, but again, isn't he the guy who technically drove in the game's first run?
That would be correct, as.
So he's got that going for him, Aaron.
There's definitely been worse worse 0 for 3s.
Yeah.
Hoyt comes set.
Wilcox is gone, and Hoyt didn't even see it. And they're obviously Laramie's willing to give up that base, not daring to throw down to second, but you don't want to give it up that way. Hoyt just lost track of Wilcox, who took off.
1-0 the count. Runners on second and third. Couple RBI opportunities up here for Smith. Could really rectify his entire day with a base hit here.
He could.
The windup, the 1-0 is high, 2-0. The thing about baseball, though, is Smith has been good defensively at third base. You can definitely impact a baseball game in more ways than one. And that's what a lot of people love about the sport.
Hoyt's been a little bit wild, the wildest of all the pitchers we've seen.
The 2-0 is on the outside corner. It's fouled away, 2-1.
Good fastball and a good job by Smith to hang in there.
The being able to impact the game in different ways, I think, is why a lot of major league hitters don't like the designated hit. Because if you go 0 for at the plate, there's no way you can make it back up in the field.
Good point. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
Hoyt into the motion, the 2-1 pitch. It's on the outside corner for a strike, 2-2, as that was dotted down at the knees.
Yeah, good job by Hoyt, because you got Hauk on deck, who's been good. You'd much rather go after Smith.
Looks like a ground ball to the infield do the job for Saxton Smith. Fly ball to the outfield as well. I'd say Branch probably has the best arm in center. Into the windup, 2-2 pitch. As it misses above Smith's head, 3-2.
Yeah, I think he tried to spin one, and that's all it did was spin. No movement on that, and it was behind Smith. Full count. You got an open base, but again, a dangerous hitter on deck. See how aggressive Smith wants to be here at the plate.
Hoyt's going to step off, reset. As they're going to call time, and the entire infield is going to come in and talk about it.
Yeah, full out conference. The only strategy here is, I mean, do you come home if it's hit hard at you in the infield? Trying to hold this to a 4-run game.
You know, it works the same way. You're talking about Smith, that base open, how aggressive he can be. Same thing with Hoyt on the mound. You can try to spin something that starts in the zone, works its way out to try to get the chase. You don't necessarily have to throw a strike to get the out.
Hoyt does not have to be perfect here. Smith has to realize that Hoyt does not have to groove in one. So it's got to be pretty darn good if you're Smith and you're swinging.
If you're Hoyt, you got to throw whatever you want to throw with conviction.
Yeah.
The windup, payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him with a fastball at the top of the zone. That's out number 2 in the inning.
Yeah, huge out. Now the infield can back up and go to first. They don't have to worry about trying to nip anybody at home. Hauk is good.
Brings up Hunter Hauk. 1 for 3, and his 2 outs have been allowed outs. 1 a fly out and 1 a line out.
Yeah, he's looked good.
First pitch.
Oh, nice curve.
In the zone for a strike, 0-1.
Houck looked like he just studied that, though. He wasn't surprised or shocked by it. He watched it all the way and tracked its movement, methodically studying Hoyt.
As Hoyt into the windup, the 0-1 pitch. It's outside, 1-1. Hoyt does a couple stretches there. Hasn't been the cleanest inning. As Hoyt into the windup, the 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball outside, 2-1. That's a great take from Hoyt.
Good stop by Moore to keep the runners where they are. Base hit would all but put a nail in it here, but if you're Hoyt, just the 1 run, 4-run deficit is not impossible.
Runs on second and third, 2 outs. The pitch is a fastball in the outside corner, 2-2.
It was not a healthy swing by Houck. We've seen he's not been fooled by many pitches today. He's hit it hard, but he just sort of waved at that one.
2-2 the count, 2 outs, 7-3 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard, bottom of the 6th. Hoyt looking to slam the door after 1. The pitch swung on and fouled straight back.
Yeah, Houck just lunged at it. He recognized fastball late and was lucky to get a piece, but he did. He spoiled it.
As a hitter here with 2 strikes, you just try to continue to spoil pitches until you can get one to handle. As Hoyt back to work, the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled straight back again as Houck stays alive.
Yeah, not a breaking ball. So Houck's seen everything Hoyt has, and it's one of those times that gets really tough, this kind of battle, when you're the pitcher and you've thrown him everything and you wonder what's going to get him out, and the hitter, meanwhile, is starting to time the fastball. He's starting to recognize pitches.
Hoyt into the windup. The 2-2 pitch is low, 3-2.
Houck wanted to, but just held up his swing. And this is, boy, we've had a lot of biggest pitches of the game, but if you're Laramie and you're going to get back in this is a big pitch. Got a place to put him, though, but hate to labor this inning too much longer.
Hoyt shakes off his catcher as we're going to get time called at the plate by Houck.
And I think that's Houck trying to think, okay, what's he shaking off? If you're thinking along with these two guys, 3-2 pitch, Houck's wondering, boy, he shook something off. Wonder what that was. Are they going to try to curve me on 3-2?
Into the windup. The pitch is a fastball down the middle, and that is blasted out into center field.
Yeah.
A nice running play there by Branch puts it away as Houck gave it a ride. That is 3 loud outs for him in the contest. As you're watching the 2023 AA State Tournament on mylocalradio.com, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. We'll be right back after this.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast booth as you are watching the 2023 AA State Tournament, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. As we venture to the top of the 7th inning, The Rangers need 4 to extend this one to the bottom of the 7th inning, as they were able to pick up 3 last inning, and Casper responds with 1. The scoring has all been done in the 4th inning or on, as Casper scores 6 in the 4th. The Rangers respond with 3 in the 6th. Then Casper gets 1 more in the bottom of that 6th inning to make it 7-3.
Evan Woods on to work his 2nd inning. Barons went 4 2/3, hit a pitch count, so was removed. Surrendered just 2 hits, no runs, struck out 5. Hornecker, 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned. And now it's Evan Woods. He's worked 2/3, surrendered just 1 hit. He's a hard-throwing lefty with a pretty decent curveball. This Casper pitching staffs look very impressive.
First pitch to the at-bat is a fastball in the zone, 0-1. Comes the 0-1, swung on and missed, 0-2.
Pulled a string on that, and that's masterful. It's just classic. First pitch, power fastball. Then you throw a changeup.
As we got a pinch hitter, it's Brandon Wagner, the righty. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball just off the plate outside, 1-2.
Yeah, they wanted a backdoor curve. That ball didn't break enough, not near enough.
As Wagner steps back in, the pitch swung on and missed. He got him with the fastball at the top of the zone. 1 out, top of the 7th.
Yeah, Woods, pretty hard thrower. Barons, obviously, who started the game a hard thrower. Hornecker was the guy who ran into trouble statistically, but to me looked pretty good as well. I'm envious of these Oiler pitching staff. They look deep and talented.
Into the windup. First pitch to Sam Hoyt is on the outside corner, 0-1.
Paints the black. Hoyt didn't care for it.
As Evan Woods back to work, the tall lefty. Into the windup. The pitch is low, 1-1. But if you're Hoyt, you're the pitcher. You know the strike zone. Even on the mound.
And you can't say anything. I watched Chavez, his 2nd at bat. He was called out on an inside pitch, and he just took off his stuff, and you could tell he didn't like it. But he was in the game pitching, and he says, well, I get those calls too.
As a 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, 1-2.
That's the gas right there, Mr. Hoyt. You're probably going to see it again.
Woods looks in. Into the windup, the 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball into the dirt, swung on and missed. They throw to first to complete the strikeout for out number 2 in the inning. As that was nasty.
Yeah, that was a nasty pitch. Good job by Lachlan, who did not catch that cleanly, so he has to throw out a runner. That came into play earlier. Lachlan shifted himself so he didn't throw it into the back of Hoyt. He got into a nice position, had plenty of time to make a good throw.
This brings up Jace Monez. He's 1 for 2. Single and a line out. First pitch. Breaking ball in the outside corner, 0-1. As Woods working quickly. The 0-1. Another breaking ball in the outside corner, 0-2.
Chavez as well as a lefty. You know, as a lefty, you can't be afraid to throw your breaking stuff to right-handers, even though usually you want lefty-lefty, righty-righty matchups. But both these lefties, Chavez.
As the 0-2 misses just off the plate outside, 1-2.
Yeah, and this Woods, they've learned how to throw that backdoor curve. They hope that right-handers give up on it.
As Woods looks in, gets the sign. The Rangers down their last strike of the contest. Woods is going to step off and reset. Simona is back to the box. Into the windup. The 1-2 pitch is low. That's a great stop behind the plate from Lachlan.
Yeah, not worth it. Nobody on. 2 outs to end. Just get out of the way of it, Lachlan. Save yourself.
Well, if he's anticipating a swing, though. There is 2 strikes.
Boy, he uses a very small mitt, catcher's mitt.
2-2 the count. The pitch is low. It's another good stop behind the plate from Lachlan.
Yeah.
And a great at bat from Muniz.
Yeah. Woods altered his delivery there. He came right over the top of the fastball. Yeah, I think the time, stop fooling around here. There's 2 outs. Don't do anything unusual. Just trust your stuff. And now Lachlan's going to go tell him something like that.
So I think when he came straight over the top, that was a different pitch.
It was weird. Yeah, there must be something deep in his arsenal. And Lachlan's like, look, you got the fastball. Just hum one in here and let's go home.
3-2 pitch. Ooh. Just off the plate. Maybe a little high as well, as that is a walk for Muniz. What an at-bat. Down to your final at-bat, he continues to grind out. That'll bring up the shortstop, Ben Malone.
Never give up. Malone's dangerous.
And, you know, you get a couple of runners on. It was Herrera, Chavez, and Moore that did the damage last time through the order.
Yeah.
So you get to that middle part of the order, you never know if you're the Rangers.
Right.
But you have to get there. His first pitch to Malone is low. It's a great stop behind the plate.
What's left in the Casper bullpen, you got to be wondering. So, yeah, it's 7-3 ball game with 2 outs. But
you got to imagine that the Oilers want to get through this game with Woods as the final pitcher.
Yeah.
The 1-0 pitch is high, 2-0. And one thing I've noticed is he's looking at first by the time he's coming home.
Maybe some mechanical thing, because as you say that, Aaron, here is a visit. Maybe they've noticed something. I mean, at this point, they just want to make sure, obviously, it doesn't become a confidence thing where you start to unravel. Look, there's 2 outs and we end this. Keep remembering that.
Honestly, if you just groove one, the worst that Malone can do is hit a 2-run home run, and it doesn't really matter in the state tournament how many runs you win by. A 7-5 win is as good as a 7-3 win. You're moving on to the next game.
I'm sure it's a favorite thing of a coach to say that. It's another thing to believe it as a pitcher. You can't give up a 5-run home run here.
As that pitch misses high, 3-0.
Now, Wood says where, and this is an indication that Evans is not in the right headspace here. We'll see if he can recover. Down 3-0 in the count.
3-0 pitch. Is a strike on the inside corner, 3-1. Well, you want to try to keep this runner off because this runner gets on, then suddenly the tying run moves to the on-deck circle. The 3-1 pitch is low, and the tying run will move to the on-deck circle as it's now out of the dugout.
Yeah, Woods overthrew that a bit. He just over-rotated, overextended. He almost fell off the mound when he released it, and his mechanics just aren't quite sound. Now his lower right back, he's trying to flex something out of that back.
As Diego Herrera will step to the plate, he's 1 for 3 with a strikeout, ground out, and a single. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
Yeah, if you're getting that outside fastball, I don't know why you leave it if you're Woods. You're not going to get hurt out there too bad.
Looks in, gets the sign, comes set, hold to the chest, the pitch. Swung on and fouled back, and the Rangers down to their final strike.
Yeah, and again, Herrera a little bit late on it. There's no reason to do anything different here if you're Woods. I know you want to overthink things. You've got a good fastball. There's a lot of black on the outside corner. Nobody's going to hit an oppo home run here. They might slap it to right, but fastball away.
Comes set. 0-2 pitch is high, 1-2.
Yeah, Chavez on deck, heart of the order coming. Maybe, Aaron.
As Woods comes set. The 1-2 pitch is on the outside corner for strike 3. And that will do it for us here in game 1 as the Casper Oilers take care of the Laramie Rangers 7-3 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard as you are watching the 2023 AA State Championship Tournament on mylocalradio.com, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, as we are going to get right into our postgame show, as it is time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. And for that, the Oilers struck first after three no-hit innings. In the fourth inning, they were able to put up 6 runs to go up 6-0. Barons, the starting pitcher, was perfect through 4 1/3. He allowed that first runner, but Laramie wouldn't score until the 6th, and then when they did, they put up 3. The Oilers would add 1 more in the bottom of the 6th, making it 7-3 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard, as it is time for the McKay Frankham precision play of the game. And for that, it's hard not to give it to the 9-hole hitter, Jack Nichols, as his 2-run RBI. One of those RBIs will end up being the game-winning run, as Nichols gets our Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the game, as we have the Pepsi player of the game brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. That is what I like. As you know, for that, Jake, I think we have to give it to Caden Wilcox. It is a very impressive feat to single in 3 straight innings, or get a base hit in 3 straight innings, and Wilcox was able to do that, and he kind of lit the fire for the Casper Oilers.
I could go with that. And what was the pitcher's duel? You inclined to give it to Barons, as dominant as he was, but in a pitcher's duel, you look for a hitter that can make some contact and make something happen. That was Wilcox.
We have a special interview that we're going to play right now. We'll play it in the the pregame show the rest of the day, but it's an interview with Cody Beers, as we are going to go to that interview in a second, as I'm going to load it into the software.
Here with Cody Beers. He is the public relations specialist with WYDOT, as well as a member of the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition, and a big fan of American Legion Baseball, of course. Cody, you were the state chairman for a number of years, and here we are at state tournament time, and of course, our state tournament broadcast brought to everybody by people at the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition and Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. And Cody, you know, Wyoming is unique in the fact that it's not irregular to travel 4 hours one way to a game. So really getting the word out there to buckle up those seatbelts and make sure you arrive not only at the game safe, but back home safe. It's really important to get that word out there.
Well, when you talk baseball from people around the region, across the country, that road trip emphasis in Wyoming, it's very difficult for people to understand, because you're right. I mean, it's common to climb in a bus with your kids if you're a Legion coach in Wyoming, and, you know, drive from Powell to Green River, or Douglas to Cheyenne and back. I mean, Douglas to Cody and back. Long drives, good baseball, but then that road trip home requires a lot of Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, and a lot of sunflower seeds for the coach, because often the coach has to drive the team to the game, coach the doubleheader, and then drive back home while the players are sleeping. So it's long road trips. It's good baseball, but that's life in Wyoming, and we embrace it. I mean, we are in state tournament season. Just had a walk-off of Cheyenne beat Jackson in the C state championship game. And so, I mean, it's an exciting time of the year, and I'd just like to encourage everyone to, get there safely by buckling your seatbelt, and then get back home safely by buckling that seatbelt. Every ride, every time, it's that important.
So, as a former chairman of American Legion Baseball, what does tournament time mean to you?
Well, tournament time is, the culmination of everything that starts back in January or February for these teams. The preseason work in the winter, getting up, scraping your windows, heading into the indoor practice facility, and doing your work in the preseason, for that short 2-month season, basically, May, June into July, often, 2 to 3 month season in Wyoming. So a lot of preparation, both from a administrative standpoint and a coaching standpoint, and of course from a fundraising standpoint, because American Legion Baseball is kind of pay-to-play venue in Wyoming. So people, they don't understand that all this effort goes in before the season, after the season. They just see the regular season games and then state tournament games being played. So just know that, these towns, the town teams, the coaches, the boards, most of it volunteer, even though the coaches are paid somewhat. Some teams don't pay their coaches in Wyoming, and give a tip of the hat to those people. But it just creates a lot of admiration from guys like me who've been doing this thing for 20, 30 years. To keep baseball alive in Wyoming, it's a big deal, and these towns support their kids, and the businesses support their kids, and it wouldn't be possible for you guys to be broadcasting it without the support of all the sponsors, the advertisers, the families, and of course your radio stations. So we appreciate everything that you guys are about, and we appreciate this group of folks in Wyoming that loves baseball and keeps it going from year to year.
You talked a little bit about how important it is for the players and the coaches, of course, to buckle up every ride, every time. But also the unsung heroes of this whole thing are the parents. I mean, they're traveling by themselves. They're putting their hard-earned money into hotel rooms and giving up their weekends to go and support their players. Can we talk a little bit about the dedication that we see from the people that are not inside the dugout, but instead it's the people that fill up the stands?
Well, that goes without saying that these parents are dishing out hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to see their sons.
We're going to pause this interview real quick with Cody Beers. We're going to start to move the camera. We're going to try to move it to a better angle upstairs. We're going to continue the interview, but the screen's going to go dark, so please stay tuned for the Cody Beers interview.
Play American Legion Baseball, to watch, to help, to bring an extra case of water or Gatorade along, and just support what these teams are trying to accomplish. And that's a possible trip to the regional at the A level, and of course at AA, the Legion World Series. It's a big commitment by families, by kids, by parents, all across Wyoming, from Jackson to Gillette to Cheyenne to Wheatland, down in the southwest corner to Evanston, up in the central part of the state where Lander has rejoined Legion Baseball, on up to Powell and Lovell. I mean, it's just a big commitment, and so everybody comes together. I've heard more of the idea that people are renting houses together, staying together even in these tournaments, because, man, it is a big hit on the wallet every year. And for kids to keep playing baseball, there's an opportunity to play after high school for some of these kids. But for the most part, I mean, this is their opportunity to play a great game, build friends for life, and travel Wyoming and see the sights. And I can't think of a better way to do that than by being safe, buckling that seatbelt, making sure that we all arrive safely to and from, these games, these tournaments, watching out for each other and communicating and, just being safe. And that's really what it's about. I mean, go out, compete at the highest level, and then return home safely to your regular life, but use your skills you've built in baseball. That translates very well to football, basketball, wrestling, swimming, the gamut of high school sports. Baseball, while it's not a high school sanctioned sport in Wyoming, is still a really big deal. If you talk to college recruiters and people interested in recruiting that multi-sport athlete that has many different skills, baseball plays a big role in that.
That is Cody Beers with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Cody, thank you so much for your support. Without you guys, we definitely could not be broadcasting these state tournaments. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Well, just ask the people every time, every ride, when you climb in that vehicle, click that seatbelt. And whether you're going to the store, whether you're going to a baseball game or a tournament clear across the state, be safe and watch out and drive defensively, because this time of year there's a lot of people out there on the road. So let's take care of each other and, go Wyoming baseball.